Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I wanted to make a quick video on this diesel or kerosene torpedo heater. There wasn't a lot of videos on YouTube whenever I went to buy this thing, which was the first thing I started looking up when I was researching these things. So this is the Dyna-Glo Deluxe professional grade, 50,000 BTU. This is, I believe, the smallest one that they have in their diesel kerosene category. So up here you got a little protective guard, which I think that's just to prevent somebody from coming in and rubbing against this plate right here. When this plate gets fired up, this plate glows red hot, and we'll show that in a second here. So the reason that I bought this is I do have heat in my garage. I have a propane ventless wall heater, but I wanted something to give me quick heat fast. And I remember these growing up, my dad had one of these things put out a ton of heat quick. The other benefit once I started looking into these was I come across this right here. So what this is an external thermostat for these bullet heaters. So what you do with this, it's got a plug here. You're basically going to plug your extension cord into here, and the male end on the extension cord is going to go into here, and then this side's going to go into the wall, and you flip your switch on, and then you're just going to set your desired temp on here. So what's good about that is, you know, you can leave this set up, and you can actually hook a smart plug, a Wi-Fi plug, to this end also, and you can control this thing in your house, and you don't have to worry about your garage getting to anything higher than what you have on your knob here. So I like to set that up, you know, on the weekends if I'm in bed, I want to have a nice warm garage to come into. I usually leave this about 55 or 60, and I'll turn it in bed before I get up and start making breakfast and coffee and whatnot. So that was a big deciding factor on why I wanted this. The propane wall furnace that I have, or wall, the vent-free setup that I have, it doesn't really have a thermostat on it. It's more of just a flow control valve for the natural gas. So you come out here, you light that, you turn it on medium or high, it's just going to keep heating that whole time. So you don't really have as much control as you would with this. And I could have went in and installed a new furnace, but we're getting ready to move, so that wasn't really an option. So I wanted something quick and easy to heat the garage with. This unit I picked up at Menards. It was, I believe, $143. And I want to say this external thermostat was $38. The other benefit to this over a portable propane unit is everything's self-contained. You don't have a hose sticking off the back. You don't have to lug around, you know, this plus a 20-pound propane. And also with the propane units, you can't use this because of the gas flow and the way that they operate. So the way that this operates basically is it just turns a unit on and off. You know, when the temperature falls below what you have it set at, it'll turn it on. Once it reaches, it'll turn it off. Can't really do that with the propane. I believe you'd have to control the gas flow valve, maybe. I'm not sure. I've never seen any unit like this for the propane. I could be wrong on that. The other benefit that I wanted with the whole, you know, self-contained unit was I could actually hook it to my Jackery here, and I can run this thing away from power if I needed to for whatever reason. You know, working on a car, maybe I don't have power nearby, I can actually get heat quickly to a spot. So that's another feature that I liked about it. So this thing here, it actually has a Runtime fuel gauge on here, and the tank itself is 5 gallons, and it claims to run for 14 hours on 5 gallons. So if you have the thermostat issue, or the thermostat, and it's coming on and off, obviously you're going to get more than 14 hours because it's going to be cycling on and off. Another thing about this unit is you do have some maintenance that you have to do every once in a while. I don't know if you can see in there, but there is a foam filter that's actually your air intake. So I do have a pretty dusty shop, so I've already actually taken this thing off and cleaned it out. But it's real simple. There's 4 Phillips head screws right there. You pull this cover back and clean out the filter, and then just put it right back on there. And then they tell you on there every 500 hours. And then there's also a output filter. They tell you to replace it once a year. So not too much maintenance with these. I want to say the unit is 44 pounds. I'm just not sure if that's with fuel or without fuel in it. I believe that might be with fuel. And another misconception that, you know, I thought getting this, it was going to be really loud, because that's what I remembered as a kid. You weren't really able to ever talk over these. But surprisingly, with this newer unit, it's actually pretty quiet. I can hold a conversation, you know, right over top of it, no problem. So let's go ahead and turn it on, see if the camera can pick it up. So with the Jackery, and it's actually going to show you guys the power consumption of this thing also. Just go ahead and turn it on. I don't know how that sounds in the camera, but you know, I'm actually standing right next to it. It's not loud at all, you know, it's not overbearing noise. I don't mind it at all. With the older units, it always smelled like diesel when it was burning. With this right here, I only notice a diesel smell when you first turn it on, just for a few seconds, and then whenever you turn it off. Other than that, I don't really get no diesel smell out of this thing. So I don't know if they've gotten more efficient over the years with how they're burning the diesel, or what it is, but I don't really notice that too much with this. Here's a little bit of info about the unit. I'll put the links to the unit here, and then the external thermostat in the description below. And another thing, just to show you guys the power output. Right now it's pulling 140 watts, so that's not bad at all. I'd be able to get probably a few hours just on this little Jackery unit here. Alright guys, thanks for watching.